Yo, collect and connect.
Blake and Chad. Chad
And Blake.
Collect
And connect.
Blake and Chad's Collect and Connect.
This is Luke Chu. Dave Presley.
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Collect and Connect.
Yeah, what stuck out to me was, I think it was Reese who mentioned on like the last anime where he was saying that they're going to have they have like 20 artists ready to go. Like once Artist Alley really kicks off and like, we're going to see like one-on-ones and other things so that had my brain going like, we all know which ones we want to see, right? Like we're waiting on Cause, we're hopeful for Banksy.
Cause for sure.
Yeah,
love
I think
to see
so
some
too.
Cause on there. That's what I want to see.
Lots of speculation with backgrounds, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many that they could have been working with. And when we were at DCon, like there were artists and other like people from other booths like approaching them like
oh really?
Can we work with? Yeah, like so the interest from other artists as well as other brands, like we saw it firsthand. People were like, how do we become a part of this, right? And so you never know who they've been already talking with for the past year plus.
And that's just it. I mean, it's been going for how long now? And some of these people have been speaking with them for 2-3 years already, right? The ones that we've seen. So you're right. Like there could be a few more ready to go in the back pocket, like really quick.
Oh yeah. The thing is, the artist connection in that community that we don't even know about, that we're learning right now, is so deep. Like with Designer Con, like as you dwell into their portfolios, you're like, man, they got some artists in there that they can draw. There's so much to come.
I think it'd be really cool if you guys got Hughes on the channel, because that was really like, I feel like a lot of the community, like I think eventually like some caught on, but don't realize just how big he is and like how much his art sells for. And the fact that like, it's awesome that we have, a lot of the lowbrow artists, as they refer to themselves, Kozik and Ron, like they all run in the same circles, right? So it's really cool that we have like that group. But Hughes is really like, that's fine art, right? It's very much a whole nother caliber of an artist coming, and like not discounting any of the artists that we have, but that really struck me as like, oh man, like that's a gateway into some really big potential that we're not even considering yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely. And especially with like, potentials of maybe physicals with some of the one-to-ones that could be coming with, right? Or like, you never know, right? So, I mean, that is pretty cool. Some of these guys coming on, especially someone like Hughes that's been doing art for over 60 years. Like that's.
Yeah, that's pretty OG right there. So we're definitely trying to get you, Mr. Hughes. So if you see this, let us go out there. We'll definitely love to chat with you as well. But when you go on the VeVe app, what's your go-to, Taps? What do you go to on there? I mean, what's your favorite?
Like artist-wise or just anything?
Artist-wise, and then maybe IP,
I'd say, man, favorite artist. I'd say like my favorite artist collectibles are probably Kazak's. Like I really dig the Labbits. I mean, like I got the when he was like doing back when we had like the Comic-Con San Diego, like the virtual one that we had last year.
Yeah. He
was selling a bunch of like physical ones that were like special edition. So I ordered this back then, the Backstab Labbit. And I ordered it back then and it just arrived like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like it was forever on back order or whatever. But I really dig I think just anything Kid Robot too, because I have the OG Devil Bunny. Like when I walked into Decon, I saw Tristan Eaton's first, and everyone was like rushing over to the VeVe booth, which was a little bit deeper, and I didn't even say hi to anyone first. I just saw his booth, introduced myself, got to meet Tristan in person. And
Nice.
I was asking, I was like, like what's your favorite collectible? He's like, well, this is the OG bunny. Like this is before the dunny. This is, I drew it on like a cocktail napkin or whatever the story was. And he's like, we're selling these in a really limited supply. And I was looking at them and I was like, well, all of them look dope, but I really, really dig the black and white one that has like the scythe, which we had as a decon drop, right? So I was able to snag this and got it, I think back in like November, December. It sits on the shelf now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I really dig like the Kid Robot crew for sure.
And that's just it. That's what VeVe did to us, man. Look at us all now. We're like, oh, look at that. I know what that is. That's so dope. I'm gonna get that right there. I actually got a dunny from TristanEaton.com, his red one, recently that he just dropped. It's in the box over there. These guys won't let me unbox it yet. So I'm like, come on, man, it's right here. They're like, nah, you gotta wait.
We're waiting for Tristan to come on so he can box it for him.
There you go. That's actually pretty legit. If you have him come on and unbox it in front of him.
We're trying to maneuver some different ideas and angles in here. So
So are there any other projects that you're involved in?
Yeah,
Other than
I mean,
VeVe, outside of VeVe?
yeah, I mean, like I've always been I could say before everything got really, I've always done other videos. Like I've covered other crypto, I've covered other NFTs, but at some point there was just so many updates with VeVe that I think, I was doing VeVe content for pretty much, 5-6 months straight because I couldn't have time to balance other stuff in it. But I'm starting to do more of it again, but I've always held other crypto besides OMI. I believe in diversification. I've definitely leveraged having some of that to buy more OMI and sell those at a high. But besides the other NFTs, I mean, I have a lot of different NFTs on OpenSea. I've been talking a lot about Illuvium because the game is actually happening. I have the beta access to the game and it's freaking like I covered Illuvium a long time ago. And the fact that it's here and it looks so good and I'm playing the game, it's so much fun. The land is coming on June 2nd. They just announced it. It's basically what Axie was in 2021 for 2022. Like it's going to have that big of a demand. It's going to do insane. And the land's going to be probably the highest land sale to date this year. So I'm really bullish on that. I have some HRO cards from the digital side and I actually just got my physicals. I'm probably going to do like a live stream tomorrow of opening those. I grabbed some bat cows, haven't revealed them yet. Probably going to stream that too. So I collect a little bit of everything, right? Like I kind of definitely, I'm spread out a little bit, but at the same time, it's because I like so many things, right? So
You like what you like. That's true. I got a couple pack cows. I FOMO'd into those. I found some HRO cards in Alabama when I went to Easter. I was like, oh, in the middle, I check out every Walmart around my house. I hit like 20 of them. And then I go 400 miles away and it's like, boom, right there in the middle of nowhere. So it was Alabama.
Did you have any good pulls?
I had one Joker pull. So,
Nice.
But I, resold them. I got the physicals, but I love the physicals. I got me a little Kozik here as well, little glass piece. There they are.
Unopened right now. I got to open them up eventually.
There they are. The FOMO begins.
Yeah, I'm sure there's at least a couple mythics in there. No.
Yeah. Good luck, man. Good luck on those. Those are gonna be cool to pull. Those were fun to open. I haven't opened trading cards in a while, and I got those. I was like, I feel like I'm doing this when I was 7 again.
Yeah, I remember those days, like opening, like saving up some money and grabbing, a few packs of Pokemon cards, or I was like really big into Magic when I was a kid. So I played Magic in tournaments, and every time I'd go buy like the newest set, I would be just stoked on live to see what I would pull, right? And like, it's cool to, as an adult, to still be doing something like that, whether it's NFTs like reveals or if it's still physical stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, Kaloscope I heard about Kaloscope a while back, and like I had Kirk and Kay on the channel a while back, kind of when it like they didn't have a whole lot yet to show about it, but I really liked the idea. And then I kept connecting with them and hearing how it was evolving really fast, and, understanding who they were working with and understanding what the vision was. And I was kind of researching on the side, like, has anyone done something like this? And I couldn't really find anything that had the ability to kind of tie in this like social metaverse with full interoperability, where you could basically like project all of these NFTs that I have in OpenSea that right now just sitting there, and like I collected them for a reason. Like, I like the communities, I believe in the project, or I like the art, but the ability to like put it in a space that they're going to have gamification in, and the ability to morph things, and really understanding a lot of their connections and reach. I kept leaning in, like, I want to know more. Like, when is the app, like, what is the token? Can you share the tokenomics with me? And the more I kept asking questions, the more I was kind of like, okay, like, let me tell you guys a little bit about like my background. I think I can help with, the tokenomics or the token launch. And I would like to at least have some kind of role if you're open to it. So I asked them, like, I was going after them because I really liked the idea. And I believe it, like, you only get so many opportunities that are really, either earned or handed to you. And that was one that I was kind of like, this seems like something that has legs. And, based on my background and based on what I know about tokenomics, I think I could really help build something that could scale not only for the investors, but also with users. And we had a lot of conversations. They shared some stuff behind the scenes for me. They're not able to share yet. And I think it's going to be really successful. And right now it's very much like that, that early stage where it's still a lot of building, but we just had the NFT launch with Ardinia, and the fact that people can morph on already is crazy that they were able to make that happen. And I'm really excited about it, but there's going to be a lot more coming. And the fact that he's speaking at NFT NYC and at GameFi, the largest NFT conference in Southeast Asia, I mean, he's making the right move. So very excited about it, and more to come.
All right, man. Congrats.
Definitely
Man.
have to keep eye out on that now.
The island?
Definitely.
We'll be
That's
watching
right, yeah.
that for sure now. But I appreciate it, man. I don't know how much time you got, but we can move this up to a 2 chili pepper if we want. Let's get this up there.
Let's do it.
I see we call this a little spicier. We declare that a 2 chili pepper.
There you go.
One thing I always try to ask of like other people, whether they have on my channel or just through chat and all that, is, you guys have a channel, you're passionate about it. I really like the fact that you guys are giving a voice to a lot of the artists. What's the goal of the channel? Like where do you guys want to really go with it? Like, what do you want to really build out of it?
We want to build the community core, like with, again, like what you're doing, and keeping the FOMO and the good feel aspect of what I think David and Dan really wanted to bring to the collectible. I'm a artist, and I love to draw, and I like to do and make things and stuff. And creating this content really brought back that aspect for me also. And that does bring a lot of passion for me, and and that does drive, I think, Kat and the editor. These guys are like, man, I'm always emailing and trying to do things. And I really think the goal for us now, and I think all of us, I think we're all on the same page, that we want to show the artists. We want to show you. We want to show Claire. We want to show these communities that we're all in, and connect and be the bridge, really. Because I think a lot of artists are still learning about the NFT side as much as we want to know about the artist. So if we can, connect those two dots where, hey, oh man, this guy's been doing this for 25 years. He also has this content over here. We can go buy his physicals here and maybe draw people to them, is what our goal is, and that's what we really want to bring to this space, hopefully.
Yeah, that's definitely our goal. And like, that was my goal, in the sense of the whole purpose of starting this mostly was like bringing the artists to the community, and the community to the artists, just to bridge that gap in between, so that people that wouldn't necessarily know much about specific artists, and now this way, they can watch a video and find out a little bit more, then gain some interest into them, to maybe turn them into one to go and purchase a physical or something like that, or just to do a little more research into them. And then, I mean, even with the artists that we've chatted with and whatnot, it seems like a few have actually maybe checked out some, but they're appreciating hearing what the community has to say and what they think of their stuff as well. And especially like saying, bridging that gap going from, physical to digital.
Yeah.
What is your goal actually, I know you got a lot going on too, and you're still making moves, but what is your goal? I know we got a lot to go, long way to go still.
Yeah, I mean, again, when it started, it wasn't really meant to be anything, but it has become something, right? And so, I guess the goal of the channel was initially just to kind of, have that community find smart investments or find education to kind of share with people so that they can make smart investments. And that was accomplished, right? Or at least I felt like it was accomplished. And then it kind of kept growing from there. So really where I wanted to go was to broaden some of my connections and become involved in the NFT crypto space as a whole. And I didn't really know what that was going to be, right? So I'm an advisor with Kaloscope. I've been offered, just tons of promotion things, but I've always been nervous or not wanting to really accept anything because I really love the integrity of the channel, right? I don't have any paid, I probably should have one, but I've had people ask but I don't have anything paid or like that, just because I want to make sure I can devote the time to the people who are choosing to invest in me. So I think the goal long-term is probably just working with some kind of NFT crypto project or a couple that I really believe that I can add value in, and then bring it to my community and just kind of grow it from there. So it's definitely kind of an open path and just kind of letting it take me where it will.
Awesome, man. Keep opening those doors, man. Keep walking through them.